Guys, there's a lot of questions in this world, like cream in your coffee. Do you tuck in a button-up shirt? Should you wear a ball cap and a Hawaiian shirt? Those are all questions that are pretty subjective. But the last one is, should you carry a fixed blade knife? And I'm going to tell you, if it's this one, you should. This is probably the best fixed blade that I've had come in a very long time. This is a very good, everyday, multiple use knife. Let's turn this around and take a look at the Lon Humphrey Customs Tucson. All right, guys, we are going to talk about what I think is one of the best all-around EDC knives, and it's this Lon Humphrey Customs Tucson. Now, this is a fixed blade, so I have to, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't carry a fixed blade. For me, I think this is about not just about one of the most perfect all-around EDC knives, period, including fixed blades, but also it beats a lot of folders. And the reason is it's just such a good all-around knife. So let's get some specs. So this is made in Ohio by a guy named Lon Humphrey. He actually is making these knives not too far from my house. So your overall length on these are 9.25 inches. Now these may vary because they are custom knives. Your blade length is 4.5 inches. Your blade steel is AEBL. Blade stock thickness is 0.125. And the weight is just about 5 ounces. These are available on Knives Ship Free. I will put a link to this down below if I can get a specific link. If not, you can use my overall just regular link to Knives Ship Free. This one was done in a rose, like I think it was called Sunburst Sunset burl. That is obviously a stabilized burl. But the thing about this is it is about the best cutting knife I've had come in a long time. It just screams new material. Now, you guys know historically I'm not a fan of AEBL or AEBL. Sorry, I always get it mixed up. But he got his heat treat right on this. Now, I do have to clear up a couple things. This is not a hand forged knife. He did not hand forge this. This was done stock removal. So my apologies on that. Lon told me that when we talked on the phone. But everything else I said, pretty clear, pretty happy on. He did these blue liners on this, super attractive. So not just the attractiveness of the knife, this thing is just amazing in hand. He's done kind of the Coke bottle style taper on this, where you've got this handle taper where it fills up here, it gets skinny here. So comfortable. He's polished the spine on this really well. And like I said, the heat treat on this was just spot on. Now, I did resharpen this. This is my edge. But I got to tell you, the edge that this takes is just insane. You've got a nice little integral finger guard on this. And when you are cutting with this, it just lays into the cut perfectly. Now, the other thing, too, is it comes with a gorgeous hand stitched leather sheath. I don't know who he has do these for him, but it is such a good carry. It just sits on the belt beautifully. Not only is the sheath attractive, it's a very comfortable sheath to carry. It sits on your hip really well. It doesn't like to walk around, and it's got just the amount of retention I would want for a day-to-day carry knife. I've used this for almost everything, from some small duty tasks in the kitchen to doing heavy duty cutting and things like that outside, like I would if I was carrying this as a camp knife. The nice thing about this is it's not that big of a knife. It could easily do a lot of the things that you would do with a folding knife, but you're going to have this readily available and not have to open and close it or fight with a lock. It's one of the things that I thought of when I made my sea snake design, which is a very limited design. This is a much more robust knife than my sea snake is, and it's going to get you, I think it's going to be useful in a lot more scenarios. But like I said, just beautifully done. There's not a lot to say about it because there's no action to deal with. There's no access to lock bar. The fact that it doesn't have those things just makes it beautifully simplistic and great. This is possibly one of the best knives, and you're not looking at $1,000 custom. You're looking at somewhere in the $300 range on this, which is just nuts. Lon is a great dude. I talked to him. He's actually making knives in my hometown now. He has relocated to a place called Coshocton, Ohio, which I'm not going to tell you, that's not exactly my hometown, but it's about the closest you're going to find where anybody's going to know about it. Now, there's only a couple small things that I wanted to mention about this as being at all negative. So we'll flip it around. We'll talk about a couple real quick negative things.
To watch ads in the middle of a video. I don't like putting them in, but I do know that I got to support what I do here. So I partnered with companies that I know I can trust. And today's sponsor is Coffee Brand Coffee. They're delivering quality coffee, freshly roasted on demand, ground to order and delivered to your door, and they're not doing anything political. So you don't have to worry about a company that you're supporting that is supporting causes that you might not agree with, because they don't support any causes. They just simply take the money and put it back into making a better product. So I would appreciate if you both support their new small business and my channel by checking out Coffee Brand Coffee and looking at their offerings. Use the link below and my coupon code Crazy Sharp on their website. It's Crazy Sharp, all one word, capital C, capital S. Let's get back to this.
All right. The first one is the grind on the heel here towards the ricasso. It thickens up a little bit, and you can see I've already tried to thin out. I think that's going to wind up with a smile. It is easy to sharpen though, so I would probably take some time here in the next few months, and I'll probably put this on the Scotch-Brite wheel and I'll open that up a little bit, because the other thing is, in sharpening, I was slamming my stones into these beautiful handles. I don't want to do that. I don't want to chip the wood or anything like that. Next thing, this is a little sharp on this lip, and if you're going to put like paracord or something through here, I would be afraid that maybe you would wear your lanyard. If you wanted to put a lanyard on this, it would probably wear. So I might take the end of a round ceramic stone and clean that out just a little bit, just to soften that, because it is relatively sharp. You can see it's cutting fingernail. And then the final thing that I could say is, as much as I love the sheath, it's got really good retention now. It's got pretty good retention now, but I could see in the future that the leather's starting to relax. I would have liked to have seen some manner of a retention strap across it. I know it doesn't really have a guard on it that would work, but you could maybe find something like put a snap across here, so that if you wanted to, have it be one of those ones I could snap it behind it if I don't want it, and then snap it across if I do, and then just leave it that way. Because I would be afraid that if you got jostled around, it may eventually loosen up to where it just wants to fall out of the sheath. So just an addition to something like what you have on this Military Classic. So that being said, everything else about this knife is amazing. The way it cuts is incredible. The heat treat on the steel is great. So with that being said, thoughtful gift from one of my subscribers that came to the channel. I really, really appreciate it, Zachary. You've been a big supporter of the channel. So let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, and send you out about your day.
There you go, guys. This is probably one of the best all-around knives I have had ever. It fits the needs that you would for a lot of small, like, folding knife tasks, but it also is an incredibly good option for like a camp knife, more along the lines. It is in that range where it bridges that gap between fixed blade and folder. You can use it for a lot of stuff. I think this would be an excellent camp knife. This is something that I'm going to treasure for a long time. I really, really love it. The fact is, Lon is making these about 20 miles from my hometown. So basically my hometown, in the county seat of my county. This thing is gorgeous. It's amazing. I can't tell you how much I enjoy it. We're going to have Lon on a live feed one of these days before too long, so stay tuned for that. Guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. That's not how we do it. That's it on this one. If you liked the videos, give them a thumbs up. You didn't, give a thumbs down, but tell me why I can't change that content. If you want to support the channel, that's one of the best ways you can do it. Just interact, share, subscribe, drop a comment, those things. If you want to support the channel financially, I don't think I threw a Coffee Brand Coffee ad in. I don't think I intend to, but I do have Coffee Brand Coffee as a channel sponsor. That's what was in my Louderwood Crowder mug. You can use the link down below for Coffee Brand Coffee. It saves you 5%. I believe my Tempered Chair also has my discount link built into it. And if not, use coupon code Crazy Sharp, all one word, at Tempered Trail. That is another channel sponsor. They're doing amazing, almost indestructible laces for your hiking boots, kilties for your boots, hand-stitched leather wallets. Nathan's adding a bunch more stuff. You can use that coupon code CrazySharp also at FarronForgeKnifeWorks.com, and Rosecraft Blades saves you 5% across the board at all those vendors. I'm trying to get some more. I also have an affiliate now down below. I'm going to throw it in on this one for Katsu Knives. It's a great place. You can pick these up at Knives Ship Free. I'm going to make sure I make that comment down below as a pinned comment. At any rate, guys, there's other ways to do it. You can go to my Amazon store, take that link, pin it to your browser, and use it for any Amazon shopping you're going to do, and check out the Join tab down below. It gets you into tier-based benefits where you get early access to videos for everyone, exclusive content for everyone. Everyone has access to my private Discord chat server that's on Gilded. It's not technically Discord, but premium and baseline guys are automatically entered into giveaways that I do on the Gilded server, and the premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series here on YouTube behind that paywall. Guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I'll see you in the next video.